Hey YouTube, Acoustic Corner. It's been a while since I did Acoustic Corner. I might have actually moved the way I've set things up. Yeah, so a rarity. I've got a Taylor guitar. It's not mine. I was just in the electrics weren't working and I've managed to fix them. But this is one of the expensive ones. Does it have a model number? A 310 CE. Serial number starts 2004. Could be a 2004 one. It's quite well played. This one, my pal was setting it up, and when he set it up and sent it back, and the electrics weren't working. He never really checked them. So now they are working. But nice acoustics really are quite nice. I only ever had one shot of a Taylor before, like an expensive acoustic guitar before. I mean, I don't know if this is all solid wood. Could very well be. But the one time I ever had a shot of a really expensive acoustic, it was a 12-string Taylor that just had 6 strings on it, and it was just a different league above anything I'd ever played up to that point. Now though, I've got a couple of Washburns from the 80s, Japanese ones, that kind of are in this ballpark. They're not, it's like, up until when I played that first Taylor, I'd only ever played like the most expensive acoustic I'd played, maybe like a 200, 300 pounder, whereas I think this is about 1,500 quid. But it's nice. I mean, I can see if I was more into acoustics, maybe I would have one acoustic, like one expensive one. I keep setting out acoustics, playing it for a video. I've done this a couple of times, I think maybe not, just before Christmas. I decided I was going to make a concerted effort to actually learn how to play acoustic. And for a couple of days that was great, and then it just kind of, they're back in their cases. I don't play them, I prefer electric guitars. They're more fun, I think. Not that I'm slagging off acoustics, obviously. You need acoustic guitars. I'm not sure if that's going to be coming through. I'm playing through the bass amp here, so I figured I might put a wee loop in and try and play some jam over the top of it. Trying some I didn't press the button properly there then. Turn the volume up so it's really loud. Yeah, okay. So I can definitely hear it. I'm not sure how that's coming through. It's coming through that speaker and that speaker. Turn it off. I'll put it back to the volume. That'll be bass then. I think that might be treble then. Yeah, so I think I should maybe get myself. I don't really play acoustic that much. I should maybe keep my eye open, see if I can pick up a wee acoustic amp. Actually, because what I'm noticing here is, see, it happens as well when I'm using the EB6, a sort of baritone guitar. The bass amp picks up the bass really well because it's a bass amp that's kind of designed for that, whereas the higher up stuff, it's not as interesting. It's really more a PA. I've actually got a PA. I don't have enough room. I've got an entire wall of speakers. I think this has an undersaddle pickup, and there's some fancy stuff in below this fingerboard because there's wires going to. Not exactly sure. I think there's some sort of contact point in there. Contact pickup. And I think the two of them are mixed together. So ultimately, the guitar is fixed. I sorted out the electrics. Kind of, there's a little bit of me that's been a little bit nasty towards this guitar, purely because I kind of don't want to like it, because I don't want to want a £1,000 acoustic guitar. Because I mean, I bet you if I'm not going to play either of my Washburns, which in my head are kind of almost the same league as this, I bet you they're not if I actually just played it right now. Probably if I don't play this and then I look at one of the Washburns next week, it might not be quite so obvious, but I'd imagine that they're probably not quite as good. Well, they won't be as good, but they're probably not as close as I think they are. And although the cutaway is a practical thing, there's something in me that says you don't want a cutaway in an acoustic. You know, tenacious D it. Just be a man and fight over the top of it. If you're playing up here on an acoustic, you want to be having to fight to do it. It is possible. My pal Mo used to be able to play "Shine On You Crazy Diamond" on an acoustic, and it was all up here, so he was having to bend over. Obviously, that kind of reach to get to it. Is a lovely guitar. It's very well worn in though. Quite a lot of sort of, not damage as in it's been dropped, more just wear, like the lacquer's wearing off the top of the edge of the fingerboard just from being played. Which is probably, I think if you go, there's an argument that it's probably making it sound better because it's so well played in. It really does. It's kind of got that pair of shoes you've worn for a year that are really comfy kind of feel run about it. But obviously not, it wasn't me that was wearing these shoes, it was somebody else. So it's kind of, it feels very much, maybe that's part of it, maybe it feels very much like someone else's guitar, somebody's pride and joy, so I'm very wary of it. Every time I've been putting it down, I've been putting it back into its case because I'm very wary about scratching somebody's baby, you know what I mean? Never say never. Maybe one day I will be acoustic milk. I don't see it just now. I have to say that it is actually much easier to play up here than any other acoustic I've ever played. I'm really not having to alter what I'm doing at all from playing an electric guitar. And I suppose the cutaway does make it totally able to play up here. And I guess these wee knobs on the end there are kind of like wee rubber domes. I think they're probably like this so you don't accidentally bash them, but they're not really big enough to get a proper grip on. sort of thing. If I was being super critical, I think to be honest, you could probably just put other knobs on it if you really wanted to. But I'm not really sure exactly what's going on here. I assume it takes 2 batteries in the end here that go in lengthways, like 2 AA batteries in the back. So it's a slightly different way. It is much a more elegant solution, I think, than the big plastic, EQ box thing, which that's a bit more traditionally looking. It's a wee bit subtle and sort of, it's you can plug it in, but I'm not shouting out about it, Anyway, nice wee short video. So because I'm not really very good in acoustics, rock on.